Today we are going to be learning about the nephron. Each of our kidneys contains over 1 million nephrons. They are the functioning unit of the kidneys. They remove waste from the body and produces urine. Nephrons are made up of transporters that, transport. Filtration is the process of whereby transport is triggered through the push of blood flow and presso. This commonly occurs throughout the entire nephron system, especially the glomerulus and Bowman's capsule, where water, nitrogenous wastes, glucose, amino acids, vitamins, minerals, bicarbonate ions, and hormones. Specialized proteins called transporters are located on the membranes of the various cells of the nephron. These transporters grab the small molecules from the filtrate as it flows by them. Each transporter only grabs one or two types of molecules. For example, glucose is reabsorbed by a transporter that also grabs sodium. Transporters are concentrated in different parts of the nephron. For example, most of the Na transporters are located in the proximal tubular, while fewer ones are spread out through the other segments. Some transporters require active transport while others don't, also called passive transport. Bowman's capsule is a cup-like sac at the beginning of the tubular component of a nephron in the mammalian kidney that performs the first step in the filtration of blood to form urine. Fluids from blood in the glomerulus are collected in the Bowman's capsule and further processed along the nephron to form urine. Within the proximal tubule, reabsorption occurs when pH needs to be maintained and bicarbonate ions are reabsorbed back into the bloodstream. Glucose, amino acids, and potassium ions are for the body, so they are reactively transported into the blood as well. Sodium and chlorine ions are also moved back into the capillaries so that some salt regulation can occur. On the other end of the scale, substances such as hydrogen ions and toxins are actively secreted from the blood into the tubular. Water gets reabsorbed passively by osmosis in response to the buildup of reabsorbed Na spaces between the cells that form the walls of the nephron. The thin descending loop reabsorbs water passively. The walls of the thin descending loop is impermeable to Na. This part of the loop of Henle allows for the urine to be concentrated. The thick ascending loop, like the thin descending loop, is also impermeable to H2O. In this part of the loop, NaK and chlorine is actively reabsorbed. It is this segment that makes the urine less concentrated, if needed. The distal convoluted tubule actively reabsorbs sodium and chloride. It is relatively impermeable to water, but in the presence of antidiuretic hormone its permeability to water increases, which makes urine more concentrated. This part of the nephron secretes ammonium and hydrogen ions. The collecting ducts run through the cortex into the medulla and opens into the renal papilla. It is the final segment of the renal tubule. It secretes hydrogenated ions and reabsorbs K. This was an episode of How It Works, and I am happy to say that this video was sponsored by Busick Productions. Get quality video editing for a quality price. Use discount code WORKS for 80% off your first video. You will not regret it. This has been super fun, but I must go. Until the next time, never stop learning. Ava signing off.